Oh, look, Julian's like right there. He's coming on.
You gotta come in?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I hear they're struggling with you, Rick.
Oh!
They need some new energy. Sorry, everybody, about
No,
Rick
no,
here.
Sorry, Rick. It's all right. Julian's here.
He's here now.
Oh God, I better come up with some.
I'm sharing my time with you, and you insult me. Aren't we in Canada? We're not in Canada anymore, are we?
We're on Front Street.
No, are you kidding?
So how you doing?
I'm very good.
Yeah, good.
Oh, and we acted together on Lost Girl.
Yes, we did very briefly.
Yeah, very briefly. But we had some really cool scenes.
Yes,
we got to like we had a song that we had from like way back in the day. And, yeah, don't you remember?
No.
About the stew. I had a recipe for a particular kind of stew. That was the drug that you were, that ointment or whatever in the bottle. I gave you my Wolfman's necklace. I can't believe I can remember all this. The Wolfman's chain.
Sick mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I dove into that role for you people. I became him.
Serious actor? Not very serious.
Oh, are you crazy? Yeah. But yeah, no, and you sang a little ditty about the stew that we made, and it was a recipe that was passed down.
I don't remember any of this.
Well, you came in for a day. I was there for a lot longer.
You're consigned.
So, yeah, totally. And you even came back at one point.
No, I didn't.
It was one episode, but you came back afterward and I gave you the necklace, the chain or whatever it was, to get to that thing. I think it was the one to save Ksenia from eating the foot soup.
Oh man!
You sure it wasn't some other handsome actor?
No, it was definitely you.
Yeah, okay.
How could I forget this face?
Some other leading man type.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You're a dime a dozen. I mean, really.
It was probably Chris Olden Reed. He's getting you mixed up.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it wasn't Chris.
Yeah, no.
All right, Casey then.
Yeah, Casey called. Casey.
No,
buddy.
May I ask what's the kilt about? Well,
It's a sporn.
That's a sporting. Right?
It's a
It's
sporting?
great, isn't it?
It's great. It's great.
I like it a lot.
Is this your family tartan?
No, this is in fact the. What is it? I can do it. It is in fact the Scottish national tartan, which the Scottish company has been kind enough to give me for the weekend, because I'm trying to support Sue, who's going to be wearing a dress tomorrow.
Right on. Around 3 o'clock?
Around noon.
early for December, is this?
Yeah.
I know my daughter's going.
So I just kind of wanted to.
We're doing this little Guinness World Record thing, you know. I figured once we got to the time of breaking the record.
Very cool.
And
And plus, you opened your big mouth on Twitter.
I don't know. I would certainly wear one if I were Scottish. I'm like English descent.
I had the actor's nightmare yesterday. I was looking at my Twitter feed, and then there was something from you saying, "Looking forward to seeing Julian Richings
like,
tonight." And I'm going, "Oh my God!"
To
it's
win
like
now?
you know, where, who, what?
What was this?
Anyway, I figured it out that probably it was wrongly punched in.
Yeah.
Who knows what day it is?
I don't even know what day it was.
He's got an excuse. He hasn't slept in. How many hours?
I've been up since 2 o'clock yesterday.
2 o'clock
Wait,
yesterday.
what time is it? Is it after 12? It might actually be a whole.
And autocorrect is not our friend.
No, it's not.
You know, autocorrect is actually quite mean. It can be quite
Is it
mean.
10:02? Okay. So I've been up for, there's what is that? It's 24?
been
There's
not
8
too-
already? So what is that? Math. 32 hours.
32, very good.
Yeah, just minus from the countdown
We're,
clock.
we're now like 3 minutes into Jeremy Lalonde's hour.
Hey, Jeremy Lalonde. Who,
We'd be Skyping with you right now. Or
Yeah.
something. We'd be talking with you.
Disappointed.
I know, eh?
Had you been
Here we are filling in. We had 2 actors to fill in a
Let us
director.
down again.
Yeah, you know, you had to, you know.
Oh well.
At
never
least,
mind.
can we get anybody else?
Have you been in a Jeremy Lalonde movie yet?
I was in Bastard.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you
That's
were.
right.
I
That's
was-
right.
I was
You're the
King
guy.
Bastard.
That's
King Bastard,
right.
yeah.
Which was freaking
and
hilarious.
We're actually looking forward to hopefully the idea sort of going further and becoming a world beating franchise. Really.
Right on.
We're beating.
I have yet to be in a Jeremy
Bring me
Lalonde
my bastard.
movie.
Oh, Jeremy, I hope you're listening.
Yeah.
I haven't yet.
Muskoka's
But
cottage.
we'll see. We'll see.
The millions that he rakes in with
He's
those
probably-
independent films.
Yes, exactly. The millions of pennies. But I hope, he's probably locked away writing somewhere, right? Creating the
He's in
next
midst of,
great film.
planning an
Isn't he
orgy.
like shooting?
He's probably
a movie
sleeping.
right now?
You would know.
He would, yeah. That's all right. We got Rick Howland and Julian Richings. I'm like, I'm not gonna say happier than a pig and shit, but I'm gonna. So, and we were literally just talking like while you were over there that you two should be in like a feature film together as like villains together. I think that would be
Brothers.
wicked.
Brothers,
Oh,
absolutely.
we could be
Brothers.
brothers.
Totally.
Yeah, but like,
I think there's something there.
yeah.
I think that would be wicked because you guys could both be totally menacing.
How about like Siamese twins?
I don't like.
I
want to
go to the bathroom.
I like to hear words like sexy, handsome.
Yes, exactly. I would like to hear those words too.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, thank you.
The sexy
Menacing.
brothers. The handsome, sexy brothers. Storm Las Vegas. You know? Sex and loathing in Las Vegas. Sex and loving in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You know? I'll play the lawyer. You can be the writer.
Okay.
And
Sure.
we'll, you know, it's kind of a Hunter S. Thompson meets rom-com world kind of thing. Somebody write that. Jeremy? Write that down.
Yeah.
Ryan's making
Run with
notes,
it.
obviously.
Yeah, Ryan's making notes over there.
Where is it? There.
It's that one?
Yeah,
or possibly that one over
Yeah,
there.
this one we're recording to like on our SD cards. This is the other broadcast camera, so you can play whatever
Right.
camera you like.
Okay. All right.
So-
I think this is my better side, so I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is. Audience, tweet us. Which is my better side?
Hashtag left side, right side.
Hashtag better side. Hashtag better side. Oh,
fine.
Tim's getting tired.
No, I'm good. There's gonna be a dance party later. I'm totally ready.
Hey, dance
Can I
party.
ask a really intimate, personal question?
I
What
don't
happens
know.
when you have to rush off to a bathroom somewhere?
It's right over there.
Oh, so it's close.
Lindsay steps
so,
in.
So you stagger. You stagger.
No,
bathroom
man, I am.
trips.
Look, I'm
just
oh,
leave.
you mean
No,
stagger?
I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna. No, I have a catheter. I have a catheter that runs through a bag behind the sofa. You don't even know, but I'm peeing right
Also,
now.
probably why it wears a kilt for quick release.
Exactly.
It's just lift, boom.
Lift and separate and.
And then back again. And then we're
A lapse turnaround time, 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So one of you has to be here all the time. I
No,
mean,
I think as long as the camera is rolling and there's somebody on screen at all times, we're
Okay.
good. Because
Yeah.
Lindsay
One
over
of us
there
has been
done
here
some
most of the
interviews.
time.
So you
but-
could like,
okay.
the three of you could leave and just leave me standing here, and I'll be like,
Let's
we
just
could get a
leave
video
Rick
cast
for a
of
minute,
Jeremy
yeah.
Lalonde here.
we should have a cardboard cutout of Jeremy Lalonde.
Yeah. Put a hat on top of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and put like he would be in like a ridiculous pose
Yeah.
Yeah.
with his Muppet or something, maybe.
Well, I'd like you to know that I'm in great demand. I've just come back from a birthday party, and I'm going to a second birthday party.
Wow,
Wow.
Mr. Man About Town.
Yeah, it really makes me feel important.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
a 40th birthday and a 65th birthday.
Oh, cool.
I'm not telling you which I'm closest to. But
I thought it was 40.
No, no.
Well, it actually is. I'm younger. Than 40. I'm young, way younger. But yeah, but I was very, very restrained in my first party.
Oh,
I'll
now you're
go
gonna
and
You'll mix it up
commiserate
at
in
the
the second
65th.
one,
Yeah.
the 65th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for sure. There's more candles at that one. Too.
That's true. And there might be cake. But if,
Oh.
I'm there in time. If we speed this interview up, then I'll get
Should I go? Is that my cue to leave
I
then?
think he's just causing problems now. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I think he's cantankerous. I think he's closer to the
Cantankerous.
65. He's winding up. Yeah. Hey, you kids, get out of my Jello tree.
Wow, it's like you really nailed Julian. You know?
You got that.
Yeah.
You got him
All
down.
of my Canadian actor voices are. That's how I do everybody. Hey, you kids, get out of my Jello tree. So do as Chris Holden Reed. Hey, you kids, get out of my Jello tree.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Sounds exactly like it. It's like he's here in the room.
That's why you're getting mixed up with Julian all the time.
That's true.
See, that's
They're
gotta be
constantly
it.
confused. Although we do audition a lot for the same
we were
parts,
in
actually.
an audition recently for the
Really?
same part.
Yeah. No.
Was it?
We
for joint
audition for the parts where they don't know how they're going to
They're
cast
casting
it.
the
They're
net
like
wide.
we want somebody interesting and unique, and you're like, okay,
All right, well, let's throw
Male
this.
it's him or me. It's him or me. Me or him. Him or me.
Let's just split the lines right down the middle.
Right down the middle. Yeah. Siamese twins. What do you think? How unique is that? Two, handsome, sexy Siamese twins, right?
I have
franchise.
to be.
It's a franchise, a series of movies.
Your action figure is going to be epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. Especially if we're standing. Because if we're joined at the hip, I'm hanging in the air. Just saying.
That's awesome. And Julian just being so patient and just taking it.
I know. I know. Well, I've got.
I knew
more
when I
to
sat
come.
down.
Wait till you've gone, and I'm going to really start dishing. You know.
Go for it. Bring it on. Bring it on full.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand over there and listen,
And
though, just in
throw
case.
cookies from the sidelines.
Yeah, exactly.
Circle around.
So is everybody being allocated like a certain amount of time, or does he get more than me? Like, it wasn't it? Oh, okay. That's,
No,
that's all
right now we're both filling Jeremy Lalonde's time. Can you not get the math of that?
Okay.
I
You
did my
also have to
bit, we're
fulfill
doing his
Chloe
bit,
Rose's
and then you'll
time.
have your bit.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
brilliant.
where it'll get
They
really
also have to
serious.
fill in.
Yeah.
for
Well,
Chloe
yeah,
Rose.
yeah. It'll really leave the
We're
field
talking
at
about the
that point,
craft
yeah.
and
Yeah, what it's really like to be an
Well,
actor.
we could get.
This is it, isn't it?
Oh, my acting gloves are coming off. I can just feel it. It's like, okay, what do you want to start? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about, acting-wise? Let's get real here. Let's give them something real about what it is to be an actor. Not just in Canada though, 'cause it's like an actor in Canada is like, hey, can I borrow $10?
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Can I borrow $10? Is that a cappuccino? Wow.
What?
No, that's what an actor would say.
Wow, I was so in the moment. That was so good. I totally
See?
believed it.
Thank you.
Believed it.
Top that. Top my cappuccino line.
Made you look.
So, no more Lost Girl. That must be a big loss.
It
at the
is.
moment.
I'm
I
lost.
mean, yeah.
Now a little lost boy over here.
No.
No, it was great.
Yeah. But,
It was
but
a great
also
run.
It's nice to go out on a high
I was
when,
about
when,
to say
when
that.
everything is
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah, like Seinfeld did
Yeah.
on his $9 billion. Yeah, no, it was great to get out to be to wrap it up in the way they did it. I think it was a really good idea to wrap it up with a nice, full-on, big, spectacular ending that you guys will all get to watch in about a year.
And you're not allowed to say anything, probably.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, no, I get asked a lot. It's like, tell us something, please, about season 5. It's like, I'm not
be
going to ruin
epic.
Christmas
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
And I'm
Trick
not
wears a
going to
vest.
get in trouble. So,
Trick wears a vest. There you go.
yeah, Trick wears a vest, exactly.
He says some big words.
He probably says some big words. So, but yeah, no, it was a good run. It was a lot of fun.
And like you said, yeah, it's totally better to end on a high note and then just
Yeah.
leave people wanting more
yeah.
instead of overstaying your welcome,
going
which I don't think Lost Girls would do for another couple of years. But at some point, yeah, people will be like,
Yeah.
I mean, we love the characters, but it's kind of time to let them go.
Or people start to predict what's going to happen
Yeah,
with
and you
each,
don't
in,
want
in
that.
each episode.
Yeah.
You need to be ahead of the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with a very loyal fan base.
Oh
my
Lost
God,
Girl.
yeah.
And I mean, I know the same thing with Supernatural, that we've got a really educated, intelligent fan base that kind of gets it, but you also want to have surprises in store for them, and there comes a point where you have to kind of go, okay, guys, we're going to leave on a high.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. No, I mean, the writers could have ended up going to the fan fiction stuff, and it's like, okay, well, what are we going to write about this week? Well, here's a story, because the fans would write so much stuff of their own. Even.
They do.
It's amazing.
And it's great that they've embraced it, but they do that not only with with Lost Girl, but with Supernatural too.
Yeah,
They just-
yeah.
They embrace
I-
and expand on the world.
Yeah, I love. Like, I'm not a huge watcher necessarily of the sci-fi genre or of that kind of genre, but man, I love being in it. I love acting in it. Like, it's so much more like my imagination than regular
Yeah.
storytelling.
You're creating a world too, and I think that
Yeah.
the audience jumps into that world and kind of fills in the gaps. And,
Totally.
and,
Yeah.
They bring a lot to the table
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and they, whether directly or indirectly, they have an influence on the show and the way it goes because of their feedback.
totally.
And that's kind of exciting. I
Yeah.
think that's a great thing in the future, as long as. It's got a spooky side to it too, but there's also a very positive direct feedback from fans and audiences.
Totally.
So,
yeah.
especially in the science fiction genre.
Yeah, I think that genre is specific to that kind of commitment.
Well, and
Not
the
that
fact-
we ever do that, right? Because we're too busy in rom-coms. But
Yeah, it's true. Being a sexy romantic lead of
the occasional one that
endless
I've done, the occasional
features.
horror film that I've been in,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard that
I've-
that's what happens.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but this is just my personal discovery, is that science fiction fans are so incredibly loyal. So no matter what you do now that you've done Lost Girl, these fans are going to follow you from whatever you do.
To every romantic comedy I do, yeah.
From now on, exactly. And
Same with the
Julian.
occasional horror film that you've done.
I mean, you've got that fan base who are going to follow you from film to film.
To all year round.
Yeah.
It's true, and I think that some interesting things have happened, like with Orphan Black, which has become this big genre darling. But at the same time, it's been, a lot of fans have felt that it's been snubbed in terms of recognition for its actors and stuff. But it's interesting. I think also the core fan base feels that it's still the alternative. It hasn't gone mainstream. That they're still the little show that could, and it's still got stuff to prove. It hasn't gone mainstream yet. So that's kind of a nice place to be. And I think that sci-fi fan bases feel that way, that they are an alternative universe. They're an option to the traditional fare, right? So,
Except there's, I mean, everybody's jumping on that bandwagon now, like, broadcasters and stuff like that. Like, you see sci-fi stuff, not just on the Sci-Fi Network anymore.
Do you actually want to hear what I'm saying? Or should I just continue?
No, it doesn't matter.
It's all good.
So, right
Do you
up
want to
until
switch
this
places?
point,
We can switch places.
It's just been blah, 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 blah.
Well, I've heard it.
Blah, 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 blah.
What an asshole.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
All right, now what do I do? Oh, great. Okay.
Right?
I get to do my
Do you
sound
want
check.
me to do that for you?
It ruins my line, I think. What do
Oh,
you
no,
think?
no, your
Does it
line's,
look all
your
right?
line's good, yeah. Yeah.
I gotta drink
Nothing,
this across.
yeah, there we go. Nothing could ruin your line. You can do kind of like a,
It's like a film or two.
there we go, there we go. No, it's good, it's good, it's good.
Fine.
Okay. Hello, testing.
Sorry, just a little bit of oxygen humor there for you. As you do when a wire crosses your face. You know, you got to run with it.
We improvise, right? That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Is this for truly desperate moments where you can think of...
No, I've already played 2 songs before you were here, and they're quite brilliant. Everyone liked it on Twitter, actually.
Oh, that's why I've been notified so many times.
That's why you're getting little pings. Yeah, Rick Howland's doing really well right now, Julian. Rick Howland's doing really well. You better hurry up and get there. Rick Howland's doing really well.
Okay.
It was all from him. All from Tim. Just
totally.
He's just tweeting you like mad while I'm talking.
Hell yeah. Very good here. Rick's doing. Yep. He's got the audience in the palm of his hand. But well, yeah, because so Rick, you've just finished The Lost Girl, and you have been so busy on you're everywhere right now.
I've just been Hannibaling. I've just been...
Oh, right on.
So that's been kind of fun.
Oh, because we had Lara Jean in here earlier.
Okay.
So-
All right. So, well, I've been. It's funny with Hannibal, like, and I'm sure you're used to this, Rick. I tend to get slotted in as baddie of the week. Or with Hannibal, you could be the victim of the week. You know, there's a new category, and I think I can't give too much away, but I'm sort of somewhere in between the two.
Baddie victim.
And it's interesting, I can tell you that.
See, if we were casting something as the bad guys, you would be the bad guy, the baddie. I always get cast as like the guy who helps the baddie be worse. I'm like the guy who's he's just an asshole, you know. I play the asshole.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Do it.
And then I'll kind of twirl my mustache.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tie her to the train tracks. Do it. Gameshi her. Sorry.
Too soon?
That had
I had to come out. I had to say it.
Yeah.
I had to. It's become a verb.
Dude, awesome sauce. Awesome.
Well, where were we? Oh yeah, Hannibal. Yeah. So that's fun. That's a kind of an interesting cross-genre thing going on there, and so we've also got a whole bunch of former movies that are being shot in Toronto as TV series. Like we've got 12 Monkeys.
Oh, is that shooting here in Toronto?
They're shooting here. I
didn't know that.
We've also got this thing that I've started to work on called The Expanse.
Are you working on The Expanse?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to say because it's so important.
That's weird. You're such a thin guy to be working on a show called The Expanse.
There's a lot of there's an expanse around me.
I'm spreading out.
A lot
you know?
of empty space.
Is that what it's about? I have no idea. I don't even know.
I've read all
I
the
wouldn't
books.
mind an audition for it.
It's
But
very interesting.
I love it.
is it about a seeping,
No,
expanding thing or
the
something?
way I've been describing it is like it's Firefly meets Battlestar Galactica. It's
it's all
It's all
spacey.
working class guys in space, and shit kind of gets real, and they get caught up in between it.
And kind of a cultural.
Sounds like they need an asshole.
Like blue collar, assimilated cultures,
Totally,
all dealing with each other.
Yeah, and
so
I
it's like it's Toronto or London East End 30 years.
Well, that's the
from
thing.
now.
It's a
space.
very human
Yeah.
story, but it's
Yeah.
set in space.
What's fun for me is
It's
that
Toronto in space. It's like it's the pitch for the Muppets. It's pigs in space. I got a chance to meet Mads Hannibal
yes.
Oh, no
a
way.
little while ago. Lovely guy.
Oh man,
yeah,
guy.
he is. Yeah,
Nice guy.
yeah, he's a nice guy.
loved him in the hunt.
I can't look at him without thinking of his eyes bleeding.
Right?
It's one of those things where you go. Those-
As
Moments.
an actor playing a meaty victim and like bad guy victim, that's not a bad thing to be picturing you. I'm just looking at you with your eyes bleeding.
That's man. Okay, so now
I'll stop talking.
Right off the top now, though. Now my hopes for the Expanse of the series is now.
Well, it's interesting. I'm just touching it, and I've got a recurring role, and
Touching it in like a Gameshi kind of way, or
Thank you. I went in.
I'm never working
I
again.
went into my wardrobe. I had my wardrobe fitting yesterday, and we're sort of looking at the way that there's a culture known as Belchers, which you probably know all about.
Okay, now this makes perfect sense.
And I'm playing one of the, and so what we have to do is look at the way that they move, look at the way they talk, the dialect. So you're building up a whole kind of cultural sketch, I guess. So that's kind of fun. We'll see how far it goes, and we've got Defiant shooting here too. We seem to be home of a lot of hi-fi sci-fi.
Hi-fi. That'll be the next generation of the genre.
Yeah.
High definition science fiction. Yeah.
Hi-fi sci-fi day.
I'm gonna write a song. Hi-fi sci-fi.
Daddy-o.
Daddy-o. It'll be a 50s sock hop tune.
Yes. I can feel it. I can hear it
doo-wop.
right now.
Yep. Julian's gonna play the bongos on it.
It's about the only instrument I could play, probably, a stretch.
How did I know?
Tambourine.
Yeah.
Tambourine.
That was my second choice in my head, but I thought bongos was a funnier word.
What is that?
The
thing?
triangle.
The
The triangle.
triangle.
The thing that's shaped like a triangle. What's that thing? It's shaped like a triangle. What's that called? Triangle.
I'm good at lines. You know, I'm on set. Hello, mum. Hello, mum. Hello, dad. It's gotten very hard actually now with, I don't know if you, I notice you're wearing glasses now.
I've always
Notice that I
worn.
have mine clutched to my person. And it gets very hard to cheat because you can't have your lines written
Oh, I
different
know.
places. So you
Well-
have to kind of go, just a minute. Okay.
Oh, so you use yours for reading? Mine are for distance, you see.
For distance?
Which actually adds a whole different dimension, because I'm normally wearing contacts. So when I pick up my little tiny sides, and my contacts are in for distance, so I can see the fellow actor,
Right.
I'm like,
Well,
trying to hold them far. It's like, I'll put them on the ground, and no, that's not going to work either.
So-
It's like, so I actually need reading glasses while I'm wearing my contacts.
My
And if I'm
issue
wearing
is-
glasses, I look underneath to read.
Okay. See, the thing is, I go for an audition, and I'll have to learn reams and reams of stuff, and I generally haven't quite got it. You know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
given 24 hours to
Yeah,
do it,
exactly.
so you go in, and in the good old days, I used to be able to have the script there, and I go like this, but now I can't. So what I have to do is I'm like this, and then I go. And then I can feel the people out there going, but you're playing a mass murderer.
Yeah.
You can't have glasses.
It'd
You
be
look
great.
like a university professor with those.
It'd be great if you were playing
haven't
the
got
president,
part.
right? It's like,
Yeah.
well, actually, I think that we should move toward taking over that area of the world. And
It's very difficult. And then when you're cheating on set too, you know, line strategically
placed behind a lamp or a phone or something. Yeah.
Oh my God, secrets.
Ah, there you go.
They're all out there. It's like Brando. Brando did
That's why they give us the little tiny sides. Although, do you ever get the big sides? Because I was told by an actor that they're called Floridas.
What?
They're called the bigger sides are called Floridas because you get these little tiny
Yeah.
sides, right? But then you get the ones that are like actual script size.
Okay.
And he called them Floridas because you're closer to retirement when you need those.
So how many times have you been caught by wardrobe with your sides in your pockets? Julian, could you just take
Oh,
your
are you
side-
kidding me?
Because you always
Really?
have your sides tucked in.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Josie
Like this.
never let me get on set. On Lost Girl, Josie never. I never got on set with them, and she'd be like, "Your sides? Have you got your sides?" And I'm like, No, I'm totally memorized. They're over there. Or they're actually behind my bar. They're under my bar. I just keep a copy under the bar, and then I'd have another copy by the chairs.
Secrets of
But
the
I would,
trade.
yeah, because some of my stuff was like really verbose and hard language, so it'd be like,
Yeah. You've got
and I put
lots
it down.
of-
It's like march to the set. It's like, okay, go. It's like, yeah, don't say anything more than just action, because I'm holding 17 words that are this long in my head.
And none of them make sense.
Yeah. They do for about 30 seconds.
That's awesome. And you then are going to have some great dialogue in the experience.
It's very cool because it's got that whole jargon, you know,
Oh my God,
the belter dialect thing going
Depending
on.
on who you are, you're going to be around for a while because there are 9 books yet to come.
There-
There are
it's-
4 now.
Yeah.
Oh, because every adaptation follows the exact plot line of a book, does it?
Yeah, like the first season is supposed to follow the
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was being sarcastic.
No, that's
Sorry.
yeah.
few liberties. Hey, you've got a mic there. Look at, is that yours?
Listen, Julian, I've just got to tell you something.
It's
actually,
you've got that thing.
What? What? Mine's bigger than yours, Julian. Don't get so embarrassed. It's okay. It doesn't make you any less of a man.
Okay, all right. I'll just articulate.
Little button. Little button.
Where's yours?
Little button microphone. Mine's right here. Hello. I actually have one of these at home. It's called a Yeti.
Yeah, it is. These
And
are nice little mics.
oh, this one's different than mine.
Okay.
Mine's a USB one. It doesn't have the XLR. XLR? Is that
XLR,
right?
yeah, I think it's
XLR plug-in. See, I'm learning as a musician. You got to know these things. These XLR plugs. But mine's a USB that goes right into my computer. That I actually had a computer that looked just like that. It got stolen.
Huh.
Interesting enough.
Cheap bastards here.
Yeah, the cheap bastards had the crack on the top and stuff. It's like, although they were like, yeah, that does that. We'll just give you a new one. It's like, okay, great. You give it back to you.
Is that synthetic? Like, is that props or is that real? That food? No, those burger-like things. That's
those are real.
food. That's
This is
real.
real.
Right?
Sliders.
But I've been laughing too hard to eat. It still is. It just hasn't been eaten yet.
They don't want to be rude and eat in front of us, I think.
Fine by me. But you can't. Is that actually alcohol?
No, it's a Red Bull.
No, that's a Red Bull.
I was going to
You
say.
do have
Yeah.
the
No,
alcohol
that's
to
a
break
Red
the
Bull.
record,
Oh, okay.
Which, once again, I'm going to thank the InterContinental.
Right.
Because tomorrow, when we break the record,
This podcast is brought to you by the InterContinental.
We're like, holy crap.
Now, do you have
Well,
to
not brought to you by.
have somebody here commenting, like, what's it, adjudicating or anything like that?
Yeah, we have to. Yeah.
So somebody's
There
going
are
to
witnesses,
be watching a lot of footage.
Those are the witness chairs.
You're
These
the
two people are the
witnesses?
witnesses.
Yeah? So you have to be there all the time, or it changes?
Yeah,
Somebody-
they work in 4 hours.
Every 4 hours? Every 4 hour shift?
Wow.
And your names are? Hi, Chris. I'm Alan.
Chris and Alan.
They're the
See,
witnesses.
I haven't
They're
been
my
primed.
witnesses.
I came straight here and I got told to come and save his ass. So that's why I'm here.
Can I get a witness? Save my ass, eh? You don't think I heard you, but I did.
Oh, it's because of that. What's it called? That
The Yeti.
the Yeti. The Yeti.
It makes me feel like I'm on a
Rick's
talk
Yeti.
show.
Not a pirate.
No, it could be a snowman pirate.
Mine's all silver, not black like this, though, with the fancy.
And
He's kind of snazzy.
are you guys mic'd, or do you get the
No,
Yeti? The
yeah.
Yeti gets you, does it? Okay. All right.
You're just so delicate.
Just checking out my territory, you know, before I really get settled in here and I kind of take over.
Before you do the whole dance.
Yeah, I've got a few things prepped. My mime.
Oh,
And, you know, yeah. There's a few of them. Little dance routine.
I want
and,
to see you do wind in a box.
Wind in a box. What's that? Oh, very good.
That's my impression of wind in the box. Oh yeah, they're trying to figure out how to Skype other people, because living people aren't enough. They need.
So we're going to get people on here.
Leash.
What was the score? How do we?
5-4 Leafs.
What is it? Oh, great. Okay.
5-4 Leafs, right on.
Good. All right.
It's too bad nobody in Toronto can actually afford a ticket to go.
Well, I know. I still watch them on the TV, though. Do you? Are you a sports fan?
Not a huge sports fan. My dad was actually asked up into the farm teams when there were 7 teams in the NHL. So he was a very good hockey player. And I wanted, when I was little, when I was really young, I wanted to be a goalie stick when I grew up. I wanted to be a goalie. But that's what I said. Well, I was so young. I'm like, I want to be a goalie stick when I grow up. I wanted to be a goalie. And then I just realized how stupid that idea was. And so I'm not a goalie. Although I save things. I save your show, your interview. I save things.
I have a scar. I have a Canadian scar as a limey that came over here. I went on there the first time that I went on the ice. I thought, oh, this is good. And I started to skate, started to go boom. But I do have the stitches, so I feel like a real Canadian.
Yeah,
well, I am a Canadian, but this gives me authenticity.
Authenticity.
I've got a weird accent, but I've got the scar.
But you got the scar from the. Yeah. You've been knocked around.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah. Face planted in the ice. Ooh. That hurts, eh? Because ice is like harder than anything else.
Right?
It's like it's hard and cold. 2 of my least favorite things. I actually have an allergy to ice, I think. Except unless it's in my drink.
Yeah,
unless it's broken up into little tiny squares, I can dominate it in my drink.
Scotch is poured over.
Don't you find it worse right now, though? November, it's brutal out there with the damp and the cold and the wind, and none of us are really prepared for it. We're in denial. We're refusing to wear down, and so it's like. But
refusing to wear down.
My big secret.
Will not be a ghost. Oh, you're
There
already
we go.
in the long johns.
Here we go. I think it's 3 months worth of this, at least 3 months worth of long johns.
Yeah. No, I'll be moving to
I've
those. I'm
learned.
not there yet. But I'll be there soon.
Right.
Those look nice. Those are like. You could almost go scuba diving in those.
Very space age. That's my sci-fi. They're my
right.
I stole them from set. Oh, sorry, I didn't really.
He's actually an android. My computer legs are taking over. I'm going to run away.
Nothing to do with anything you've been on. No.
Classic producer comment. You didn't specify which set. Wasn't one of mine, was it? We don't have wardrobe. It's bring your own.
Yeah, that's right.
BYOW. Bring your own wardrobe. I miss doing those.
I've done a few of those recently. I'm
doing that tomorrow.
I'm going to plug a couple of things I actually did recently. Very cool. I did a feature with a young director. His name is Kirei Paputs. I did a short with him a couple years ago. He's a former Ryerson grad. And he did a show, a feature-length documentary called The Last Pogo, about his dad was a member of the Viotones, and he has a lot of archival footage of the punk movement in Toronto in the 70s.
Wow.
And he compiled this. So anyway, he's a very experienced filmmaker. He's done a film, the hero is a young man with Down syndrome. And it's a really great movie. It's groundbreaking in that the hero, he's not patronized. He has special needs, but it's not like, oh, he's the cute content in the show. It's like, here we have a real breathing character that goes on a journey and has to face certain things, and he has to make choices that are tough, and he has to behave in ways that aren't always kind of acceptable to achieve his goals. So it's a very cool movie. Yeah. So it's been great, and so to work with a young man who's a great actor but also has Down syndrome has been just fascinating, and just an enlightening experience for everybody involved. And so So I'm plugging it. I'm plugging the Rainbow Kid. Okay, yeah. So I think it would be really exciting, and there's some really great actors involved. Nick Campbell is involved in it, and Maria Vakratsis.
Nick Campbell.
Well, Dylan Harmon is. I should mention Dylan first and foremost because he is our star, and he's kind of taken the thing by the throat, and he's just a really interesting guy and brave as anybody can be, you know. So it's very cool. So for me, I feel like I've done the stuff, you know, like we as actors, we kind of try and get a balance of everything, right? We try and make a living, but we try and also follow our heart, follow it, and we have to pay the rent. Yeah. So I feel very fulfilled that I've just been able to do this. So it's been kind of cool.
All right, I'm going to start you guys. Rick Howland, Julian Richings, acts, sings, plays guitar. Have you guys ever done stand-up comedy?
Yep.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
That would terrify me.
It was terrifying. I did stand up at the Rivoli many years ago.
Now you're mean. How about that?
All right. Yeah, I did stand up years ago at the Rivoli.
I think we talked about that.
Once, twice, I think, and.
As a persona, did you have I
did it as me kind of thing. In fact, Marcel St. Pierre, who is a comedian in town and was doing I did comedy with the Four Trombones, my comedy troupe for years, for like decades in clubs and stuff, and then I after that I hosted a couple of shows, and that was kind of how I dabbled in, started getting into the stand-up thing, and then I did one or two stand-up gigs, and they went okay. I didn't like the energy and the vibe of it all. It was hard.
The idea of having to kind of nail a joke and get a punchline?
No. The energy in the green room, the energy amongst comedians and stuff.
Desperate?
I bet it's probably nicer now. I don't know, but I mean, I want to try it again. I think, but it's also difficult to write jokes. Like it's a very difficult job. But I would need to develop a kind of thing. And one guy, Lauren Palmeter, who's an agent for comedians, then he was like, you got to do the little angry guy. And I was like, yeah, okay. But I never really kind of
didn't fit.
I just didn't feel like it was going to fit. I mean, I could have done it for sure.
Yeah.
But like Marcel St. Pierre said to me, he goes, it was really good, but go away from like any sort of jokes that are based on your size. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I didn't do a lot of them, but there was a couple in there. They're easy to go to. And I mean, but I don't like it when other people put jokes on me about my size, but
you
I'm
wouldn't
okay
ignore it, but you wouldn't make it your shtick, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
We are all who we are, but at the same time, you don't want to get like narrowed down to a very specific thing.
Yeah, no. And I mean, it wasn't all about that.
Otherwise, you become angry then, don't you? Like,
if
it's about race or if it's about something about you, it becomes sort of like one note.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I wouldn't want to get stuck in that. No, and so I mean, I thought, well, I put my focus back into kind of acting and I mean, playing characters. There's just so much more dimension to stuff and things like that, and and somebody else does the writing. But I mean, I'm doing and I'm coming back tomorrow with Sunday Muse on our YouTube channel, Rick and Sunday's YouTube channel, comedy channel. We do two 12-year-olds going to and from school in the backseat of a car.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's called Backseat with P&J, with Precious and Jake. And so, I'm getting my improv thing going with that. So.
Well, so this is an interesting thing for me. I'm just learning about improv comedy as opposed to stand-up, which is a very, very different thing.
Absolutely.
I just did a film with Kayla Lorette, who is part of the Suffragettes, with her and Becky Johnson, two of them. They're fabulous act. I actually went to see them a couple of weeks ago. And it's a whole new world to me, the world of improv comedy and taking an idea and just running with it, because it's a little different than stand-up in that there's much more kind of organic thing, although you still resort to your own impulses and your own stuff.
Yeah, and you rely on your own sense of humor, but with sketch and improv, you require the other person.
Yeah,
and it's a very supportive situation,
and it can fail too.
Absolutely.
So there were times when they were out there, you could tell that they were struggling.
Yeah,
and they ended it, and then they went on to something else, and it actually became even funnier because they referred to the fact that it didn't work the last time, but it was really nice.
Yeah,
really
well, I think that comes with experience of like being able to kind of go, okay, we know this isn't working and it's really hard, so let's finish this scene off, let's close it up nice and tight, and move on to something else that we can relaunch again. But it's all about not saying no, right? It's about offering, taking offers and accepting those offers. Like you can't say, "Oh, here, take my chainsaw." Because that's not a chainsaw, that's a toaster. It's like, okay, that's called blocking, and you can't do that. Because if you do that, it kills the scene. Yeah. And it also, like I grew up doing that stuff before I became an actor, and it really makes you a good listener as an actor. Sure.
Yeah.
And that's what and it's good to be.
There are different forms too. So there's the Suffragettes who were a two-person duo, and there was soloists, and there was like a group of people. So it's kind of an eye opener for me. And the reason that I met Kayla was that we did a short film together where she actually played a drag king version of me.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
and
so she was doing like a caricature of you in a way.
Complete with prosthetics.
Wow.
Handsome nose, looking really...
The rugged jaw.
And I would like to say...
With a little scar from the
There's not many times in the film I get to do a sex scene. I had a sex scene in this. You had many sex scenes?
High five.
You had many sex scenes?
No, I've kissed a couple of times, but that's it.
This was full out, it was actually face sex.
Face sex?
I don't.
You have to see the film to understand what that
air.
is.
Yeah.
No, it's very interesting, and it's all about my face. So there you go. Oh. So there's a little teaser. Oh, and there's a dog.
That dog has worked with
everybody,
as many people as you have. Igor the pug dog.
Just as I was getting to the nitty gritty, and I could tell that I had one over on you. Dog, we get interrupted by a dog.
Yeah, you get upstaged by a little dog. Yeah. Such is the entertainment industry, eh?
Yeah, it's ruthless.
Anyway, I'll let you go, and you can continue to talk, and you can.
Great seeing you, Rick. Really great. Oh, if we're going to get tangled up here. Yeah. Oh no.
No, you're good.
Oh no, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Rick, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
A few hours or so.
Yeah, I'll see you at 3:00 tomorrow afternoon. You'll be.
I will still be.
How am I supposed to follow that now? I think I've used up all my ingenuity.
No. Talk
okay.
about,
Ooh, it's warm.
Real serious stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm going to go closer.
And a warm heart. All right.
See you, Rick. Take care. Nice seeing you.
That was awesome. You two are just great together. You guys need your own show.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. So how you been?
Really well, thanks.
Right?
Really good. I kind of mentioned there, as an actor, you go through ups and downs, and there's periods where you're stupidly busy, and there's other times when there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
I've had a nice balance recently, and a bit of heart, and a bit of soul, and a bit of, going in, parachuting into a paying gig. But ones that are fun, but that pay the bills.
Oh,
basically.
Totally.
So it's been nice. I'm still doing conventions. I've just been to Dallas and to Chicago doing supernatural conventions, meeting fans, and I go to LA on the weekend. But it's like, it sounds incredibly glamorous, but it's actually a tour of the airports of North America.
I did that like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Is that right? Like you go, oh, so we're in the LA Hilton here, as opposed to, so you compare the carpets and the room service and stuff. But it's fun. It's a nice way of meeting the audience. And so a bit of that, and I think if I was doing too much of that, it would start to feel I'm just doing promotional tour. I don't know how people that are selling shows manage? Because there comes a point where you go, I don't know if I can sell this anymore. But the way that I've been doing it is wonderful because I've been able to meet fans and talk to people and get their feedback about the show, and it's great.
Oh yeah, I mean, people are passionate about your characters, like in anything.
Well, and I think that's something we forget too in the industry, is that we work so hard to just get the damn thing on that we forget that actually it does matter to people.
Oh, totally.
What we're doing.
You know,
so yeah. Hello again.
Hello. What'd you guys do to Rick?
Oh, he was just. He couldn't cope anymore, I think. I think he's getting some. Is he seriously coming back at 3?
Yeah. Well, no, 3 p.m.
Oh, 3 p.m., not 3 a.m.
No, not 3 a.m.
Now, have you got folks coming back
I think we do
in the morning?
Somebody at 3 a.m.
Okay, good.
Which
We
is
actually have quite a stellar lineup.
yeah. We have a what?
Quite a stellar lineup.
We do.
So life's pretty good. You know, there's always the inevitable thing of you go, well, there's this gig and that gig, and I've got this, and but what else? Take care, Rick. All right.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys need your own show. You really do.
Well, here we are in the
InterContinental.
Is this an atrium? What is an atrium as opposed to a lobby? What makes it an atrium? Do we know?
I don't know, like an open ceiling or
Is that what it is?
Is it? Yeah. It's
no
bigger.
idea. It just seems to be like
But is that what makes it an atrium?
Like the CBC is an atrium, right?
So it goes up.
It's higher, I guess. So it goes
there we
on
go.
different levels. Yeah. Yeah, but well, this is just a lobby. Here we are in the lobby.
just the lobby.
But it's
a
kind of
gorgeous
cool
lobby.
because there's all these people going by and there's Leafs fans going by, traffic and dogs.
That might be an atrium.
Oh
yeah.
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 Yeah, right.
This is definitely a lobby. I'm just saying.
We get to find out all these fascinating facts here.
We get to make up all this
That's
stuff.
right.
I know.
And it's fact. Now that is, we've put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Speculate than to Google it because then the conversation's
Right? But it's, so we were talking about him doing conventions and stuff, and
I've just been doing I've done 3, and I'm going to go to Los Angeles on this next weekend and go there, and they're kind of cool because they're very well organized, and what I really like about them is that you get a one-on-one chance to meet with fans, sort of like you go on stage and you get asked questions, you get to relate to people.
Oh, totally.
But the other thing is that at night there's a great karaoke, so that all the people that they're used to seeing up on screen come up, make fools of themselves.
Okay, so what's your go-to song?
In Dallas, I thought it's got to be Johnny Cash. So I
Really?
did Ring of Fire, which I really like. But I'm not a karaoke guy, so I've been desperately going through all sorts of things. 'Cause I don't really have much of a voice, but I sing-along things are the necessary requirement for me.
That's
because
fair.
get people on board helping me. But so I'm looking for something for Los Angeles, so we'll see. But it's kind of cool because you just get up there, make an idiot of yourself, or act as backup to fans that come up and actually are really good at karaoke and have their own numbers down pat. You know?
Very cool.
So yeah.
All right, now, well, since theoretically we do have, a bunch of your fans watching, let's get this question out of the way. What is the question that you always want to be asked but never have been?
Oh my, I don't know. I'm always relieved when I'm not asked an embarrassing question that reveals my ignorance. Particularly with something like Supernatural, we're in episode 200 now, so that's a lot of material.
That is a lot of material.
And the fans are like diehard. They know everything. They know all about Reapers. They know, and they'll ask questions, and I'll kind of go, oh my God, I can just feel this question's coming my way, and I'm going to disappoint them so much because they're asking me as this iconic figure why did you do such and such a thing, and I have no idea. So
Because
I'm
the script
generally
said so.
I'll ask you about that song you sang.
and so I'm just relieved that I get away with not revealing my ignorance. There's no, I don't think there's ever a question that I'm disappointed I haven't been asked.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, but I'm surprised. I'm always surprised at how people think about shows, and they think about characters, and they actually give it a lot of thought. That as an actor, you just go in and problem solve. You go and play the scene. You go do stuff. But when people are watching it from the outside, they kind of really have a totally bigger overview. And of course, it makes sense. But it's a wake up call, when you go, oh yeah, right. So yeah, nothing. No one question.
Okay, that's good.
It's basically just questions you're relieved you can sort of answer.
Yeah, that's right. I know this one.
Yeah.
I'll field this one.
This one's mine.
I'm ready for this one. Yeah.
I'll have to bring Rick with me. I can't answer it, but here is Rick Howland, ladies and gentlemen. He's not on this show, but he's on another show, and
he can totally answer this one. Yeah.
He'll tell you what I think.
Yeah, that's right. What was that word I was looking for, Rick? Thank you.
Bam. Yeah.
Are we still here? He hasn't gone yet. He keeps floating around the periphery here. Mm-hmm. He was going away with a guitar on his strapped on his shoulder not long ago. And now he's back again. Yeah. He's having photographs taken.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So this is the joys of not being in a tight, intimate studio. Mm-hmm. It's more cool about the stuff that's going on in the lobby than it is about us.
It's probably the worst, for viewers. You can't see past where the cameras are. We all
talk about me, goddammit. Lots of people with Leafs jerseys around
so I guess that's good. I don't know, I guess. Did we win?
Yes, we did, 5-4. Yeah.
That means a lot to me, I guess.
I'm not a sports fan, clearly. It means that we're doing all right. I think we're just above 500.
I watch I like the international stuff, like Canada versus USSR, that kind of stuff. I love that. Well, Canada versus Russia now.
Well, I relearned hockey because being British...
You be quiet.
Soccer was in my lifeblood, and then I came over here, and then I kind of started to learn hockey through my son because he started to play hockey. So I went through the trading cards, and so I went through my second adolescence, and I learned hockey through him. And so now I feel like I'm a semi-expert.
You're a better man than I am.
It's not in my blood.
Better man than I am, sir.
So who do we have coming up after me?
We're actually going to try and Skype Ali Lieber because we failed so miserably at it the first time.
All right.
And what do you have to do all the stuff here?
I've got my tablet right there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We can literally just hold her up right there.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
we can try in a few minutes and just keep Julian here.
Here, just in case.
Yeah, right.
Carry on.
Backup. the backup guy.
Julian, get back there.
I saw Cronenberg's Maps to the Stars yesterday. It was very interesting. It was because it's about the industry, and it's very Canadian doing a film about Hollywood, and very much about Hollywood. Although featuring Canadian actors, it was great seeing Canadian actors popping up.
Yeah,
you go, there's Allegra. There's different people, and so it was fun. Woo, it's kind of it's a tough watch. It's it's pretty it's pretty unforgiving and harsh in its look.
Wow.
But beautiful. There's a kind of a beauty and a toughness about the whole film. So it's exciting to see Canadian filmmakers who have, like Cronenberg, who has this arc of work behind him, doing films that were actually, I found it as terrifying and as unsettling as some of his earlier horror stuff.
Really?
Yeah, but on a purely emotional level.
Wow.
Where people are being manipulated and exploited and part of a machinery.
I was saying It looks still disturbing, but not in the same way that he was disturbing.
But with a
before.
clean sheen around everything,
He's
you know.
taking a little turn.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
a
So,
step somewhere.
but it's not the work of somebody that is been there, done that. It's the work of a master that is actually incorporating all those ingredients of horror into something that on the surface is very mundane.
Yeah.
So very very interesting.
Very cool. Okay. It looks like something I want to see. I'm not sure I want to see it in the theater, but you know.
Yeah.
For talking like that, I could see going to the theater for that. Okay. All right.
So lots of people strolling by and
Right,
going,
there's a
"Who's
lot of
this?
that.
What's
Who is
going
this? What's
on
going
here?
on?"
What on earth is this?"
Oh, and Igor's over there.
And
Dog.
Dog. Car.
That's right. It's all about the dog.
It totally is. I don't get that kind of
I
attention.
never worked with kids in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, damn them. Damn them.
He's so handsome.
I know, sure. He's a dog. What do I know?
So
Right.
now, are you halfway through? You must be
We're
more
past the
than.
halfway mark.
So is that the toughest so far? Have you gone through phases? Have you both felt the same, or have you?
Because stress hit me very hard.
Yeah.
Because the energy taken to prep the thing,
Yeah.
it's all. I bet you thought, well, as long as we get the thing on, we're fine. We'll just
and then
coast
I
with
told
it.
him that.
Right, and
So
then once
basically,
you
like, by
once
the
you
time we were
start,
rolling, I was dying.
yeah,
Yeah.
and in need of actually a good night's sleep, and then it's like, oh no, I'm in front of the camera now for
next 2 days.
My body started breaking down. I'm like, oh my god.
yeah.
Whereas as of yet, I haven't. I'm still good. I'm like, let's go. I am.
You weren't carrying my same amount of stress.
You'll crash.
Well, that's what it is. I
Yeah.
wasn't. I'm just. Let's go with this. We are here. We're gonna rock this thing, and I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
We've had so many amazing people come in. We've had people like yourself who we've had on the show before,
Right.
which we were freaking delighted that you came back. And then we've got all these guests who we've never had before who just
Right.
want to be involved.
Yeah, well, it's a great thing. It's
Right?
great. I think the only thing that I've ever done was a 24-hour play. That was a cycle of plays that we put on over and over again. But this is as a kid. I was like 14 or 15, and that we did as a fundraiser for a youth theatre.
Wicked.
And that was a lot of fun, and because it involved, I think there were 2 teams, and so it wasn't like you guys where you're there non-stop. There was a sense that you could you did the show, and then you went and slept on a cot for half an hour or something. And of course, we were all young, so it was all very thrilling.
Yeah, totally.
And we would hijinks going on, and then we'd go back on stage, and then you could go see a show at 3 a.m. But that's it. I think that this is unbelievable. You're aiming for how many hours?
48.
48. 48. Well, I never.
Well, I'm not even quite sure where we are yet, but it's right there on that computer screen, and I'm not sure I want to look at it yet. Because I know we're still... I don't... You know what? I'm going to have a look.
All right.
And then we'll try this.
All right. Are you trying the Skype thing?
Yeah.
41 minutes on the cards with.
2 cards, we're doing 2 cards at the same time, and then we save
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, so as far as I know,
Yeah.
we don't have anyone until Douglas and I back at 11:40.
Okay.
So I think we should Skype Allie now, and regardless of how it goes, Julian should just stay.
Okay.
Just 'cause
Sounds
you-
And then
good.
we'll just like roll until
Yeah. Sounds good.
somebody else shows up.
Right.
Let me just wait to see the internet connect.
I'll talk you through this.
That's right.
But, yeah.
All this technical
There's
stuff.
now a picture on the screen, and I'm the worst person to have anything technological.
commentary?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
There's a
I-
picture on the screen. I'm not sure of what.
My daughter, fortunately, is around to be able to say, "Dad, you press that button, you do this button," and it's like. So I look at that and I go, "Well, I don't know."
It's something.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. So
Come on.
if you Skype now, what do? You're going to get the image and show it to the camera.
Yeah, we're just. We can literally hold it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
With the lovely.
Well, we have to hold it somewhere near the microphone, or no one will ever.
Also true. Oh, don't be snotty.
Okay, he's now having difficulties. You see, it's because I'm too close.
No.
I bring bad luck. No.
There we go.
Okay, I'll keep talking. I'll do a little more. I read a bit of Shakespeare or something.
Yeah.
Thou nature art my goddess, and my services abound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines, lag of a brother? Why bastard? Wherefore base, who in the lusty stealth of nature take? Anyway, so that's kind of yeah. That's my contribution to I can't do a song, I can't really do a lot else, but the odd little bit of parrot fashion, Shakespeare, class. I introduced a bit of class to. Oh, I like the image on there. No,
like my Iron Man.
Is Iron Man?
I am Iron Man. Kitty, stay available.
And we're shake. It's a little shake.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's all right.
Shake. Banging on the side of the
Patience on the Skywalker. Patience.
Have you crossed time zones at all with people? Are you?
We're about to.
Oh, yeah, just so.
Vancouver.
Okay. So early there.
Come on, just boot up. All right.
Hello.
Right.
It does say Skype. We've got to.
Butter on thin little crackers.
I do that. We're made for each other. That's not true. As much as I adore you. No. And people.
Hey, can you see the screen on that?
Hello.
Hi.
What?
Yeah. But after we do. Okay, cool. That should work out fine because we don't have anybody till 11:40.
Okay, does she have
She
Skype
does.
name?
It's Girl 81.
This is all secret stuff, so you're not allowed to know secret
I just
passwords.
Set it into
Yeah, it's there for posterity
everybody's
now.
gonna Skype her now.
There we go.
Computer hackers, watch out.
So if he holds that like near the microphone, will you be able to see what's on the screen? Okay. That's what we'll do.
Or it doesn't do weird kind of things.
Come on. Owie. Okay, wait.
Now it's gone black, which is probably good. Something's happening. Yeah, I'll just continue and now there's a little blue, light blue square on one side, and dark blue square on the other side. Progress is happening. Now there's something flashing, and a button has been pressed, and we'll get the wheel of death in a minute, going round and round and round and round. We'll be waiting for it. I did an audition by Skype not long ago, which was a very strange. Oh, there we go. It's looking very good. Wow. You're frozen. No?
Yes. Hello?
No. This is looking good.
It's the lobby.
No, that's.
Sorry, I don't think we connected anyway.
I don't think so. It doesn't. It's not counting.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Close it. Beep, beep. Somebody sent me something. That's always good. Oh, you're just being slow tonight.
So I had a Skype interview with a movie with a director in Vancouver. And that was one of the weirdest things because there's a sound delay, and you might get it on this too, so that if you speak, you hear your own voice 3 or 4 seconds later. So So it's a dramatic scene, and then you speak, and then you hear your, and then you go, and then the reader is reading back, and so there's this perpetual time delay going on. So it wasn't satisfactory, and I blame that on the fact that they didn't get the role at all. Damn Skype! Damn you, Skype!
Yeah, I need to restart it, so we're gonna restart real quick.
Is
But
it
it should
not?
come back really quick.
Okay.
So what's the status here, ladies and gentlemen in the audience? I just provide the continuity here.
Just keeping everything in context and sharing information, which is good.
Are you trying again?
Yeah, it's just it has been sitting there literally for.
Oh, the guinea
days
pigs
now.
haven't sort of warmed up.
No.
Yeah. They were
They're on
napping.
their treadmills now, and they're going
So we
around.
restarted.
Wheel of Death
We're
is now
weekend.
going. All right.
And then we'll chat with Ali, which would be great, because who doesn't love Ali Liebert?
That's right.
I don't know if you and Ali have done anything together.
I don't think so. No.
Yet.
Well, that's
Well,
right.
yeah.
But she's the
Now, do you want me, if you get her, do you want me to slip away?
No.
No.
I even said we're calling with Julian Richings.
Okay.
And she'll be like, I love him. And of course you do. It's Julian Richings. Right? I mean, a whole feather in our cap. I mean, Julian Richings right here, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only here for the kilt, actually.
Thank
I
you.
I like the way that the knee language is changing. It's very modest. Yeah.
Yes. And we keep that position just enough. There we
Yeah.
go. Look at that. Hello, Tony.
It's no different than it was before. We're back to square one here.
Rebooted, and that's good.
Rick Howland is still trying to make a dramatic exit, but not succeeding very well.
There we go.
And again, it's the dog.
He's strapped the guitar to his back,
Yeah.
but he's chattering away. Some people have wandered into the lobby, and he's basking in his fame as people are coming up, and the little dog is getting more attention than he is. So he's. I'm talking about you, Rick. It's fine. It's fine. It's all complimentary. What? No, it's fine. It's fine. But
There you go.
I thought you left like
good night,
half an
guys.
hour ago. Oh, yeah, it's a long goodbye.
I make good friends.
The dog? Take care. Take him
night.
away.
See you tomorrow.
See you. We'll talk about you as soon as you're outside the double doors.